Scripture says, absent with the body, present with the Lord. There is no indication of a two-way trip in Scripture. The only time that I'm aware of in Scripture when it happened, it was Saul having Samuel summoned so he could get a word from Samuel. And for whatever reason, God allowed that to work. It was really funny because he goes to this lady who was a medium and says, hey, I need you to summon Samuel. And I don't think she was actually expecting it to work because whenever Samuel appeared, she freaked out. But in that case, Saul got cursed and got punished for dealing with that because, well, once you're dead, you're gone. And as far as whenever, people who think they have seen their loved ones or experienced hearing or visitations from their loved ones, I don't know for sure. I can't say with certainty what it was that they experienced, but I do know it was not their loved one. What was it, a demon messing with their head? Could be. We live in a culture that's obsessed with a lot of that kind of thing where people already have that mindset of loved ones visiting them. So it very well could be a spirit messing with them in that manner.
Grief, psychology will do that to you as well.
Right, yeah.
That's a tough thing to go through, as most people here know. And you'll have dreams. If you're extremely distraught, you can hallucinate. But we have no scriptural foundation for believing that that's what that really is. We have lots of explanations elsewhere for why it isn't. As for the other point, I think Satan will masquerade as an angel of light. I don't know a specific verse of Satan masquerading as dead relatives or demons masquerading as dead relatives, although I guess you could have the angel of light being the dead relative that Satan masquerades around as. But yeah, we know there's a spiritual realm out there that lies, that's led by a liar. And so while we don't have, here is the verse where demons pretend to be loved ones. It seems like something a demon would do.
Yeah.
I think we have to not seek that out, right? We don't seek out our dead loved ones for answers. We go to God. Mm-hmm. But yet I've had dreams where dead loved ones have come to me and talked to me about an issue I was praying about. I tend to believe that God uses things that he knows we'll connect with. I don't know how it works.
But it was a dream and not a
It was a dream. I was clearly asleep, yeah. But it wasn't a demon either. I mean, it was like, it was my grandfather. I was praying about going into ministry. And I'll just tell y'all, in the dream, he died of lung cancer. I used to go with my mom to patch up his wounds because I was weird like that, I guess. And in the dream, I walked up to this guy, and he had 4 scars. Speaking of a glorified body, I guess. He had 4 scars on his back. And when he turned around, I noticed it was Poppy. That's what we called him. I went, Poppy. And he goes, yeah. And he was a rough World War II D-Day guy, was in Patton's army and all that. So he was himself, though. Or how I remember him. Just not mean, but just sort of to the point, like, sit down. And I was like, all right. And I said, Poppy, are you proud of me? And forgive me, I hope this isn't the last time I get invited back. This was in the dream. He goes, hell yeah, you're preaching the gospel. And that was the end of the dream. And I was like, okay. I knew that was from the Lord. Yeah. Was that my grandfather? I tend not to believe that.
Right.
But I knew that God knew that I would respond to that and go, okay, message received. That's where I tend to fall. But again, I don't think it's smart to seek those things out, like go to their graves and like there's this new agey thing called soaking where I've even seen it in some like Christian churches where they'll go to like the graves of well-known evangelists or well-known people and stuff, and they'll just lay on the grave thinking that they're going to soak up that person's gift, and it's like, that's terribly demonic. It's terrible. It's very much witchcraft. It's terrible. And because one, it's like you don't get your gift from anyone but God. Yeah. So you're starting off on the wrong base. But that's not what I'm talking about in my dream. I don't think, like, I wasn't at Moody Cemetery laying on his grave going, should I go to seminary, Lord?
And you weren't seeking that
No,
experience.
I was in Waco, Texas, and I had a dream. So I tend to think God might use family members, friends, whatever, in dreams because he knows that we can relate to that. We'll know how to respond, or we'll know what they mean to us relationally. I don't know that was really him, though, talking to me. I think God can talk to. I also think God can just talk to us.
Yeah.